In our last episode, we rented an Airstream and headed to Oklahoma to find out just how much aerodynamics mattered when towing with an EV. This episode is the second half of that trip. We visit a version 3 supercharger, tow the camper back home, and break down all of the numbers. So we came from our campground at, what's our campground? Oh, Twin Bridges at Grand Lake, and now we're at Natural Falls State Park, which was about 60 miles-ish. We started our day with 70% charge, so we're gonna have to try to get to a level 3 supercharger, right? Is that the one in Lowell, Arkansas?
Yeah, version 3.
Version 3. He wants to get to the version 3. So, after this we may head there, but first we're gonna check out some waterfalls. So we've been exploring for the day, and we are going to need a charge to get back to the campground.
Yeah, we're in Lowell, Arizona. This is only the second.
Arizona?
Yeah, Arizona. We warped. Lowell, Arkansas. It's the second time we've been to a version 3 supercharger.
He gets excited when we come to version 3s because he wants to see how
fast it can charge.
So
I have a feeling it's going to go like 290 kilowatts now.
See,
the last time.
This means he's excited.
The last time was 164.
I don't remember,
Yeah.
but we're gonna.
That was our live video. You can watch that if you want.
Yeah, well,
it's kind of boring.
Put it up in the iCard. I can never remember which direction the iCards are, but we'll put it up there. But we're gonna see what we can get.
The thin cord. This is liquid cooled. You want to plug it in, Manny?
You don't push it.
You don't push it, Manny. You plug it in. There you go. All right, this is sweet.
Oh gosh.
Look at it.
Let me see.
It's going down already.
Oh no. What did it hit? 182?
Something like that.
It's going
But it's still
ticking
the
down.
fastest we've ever been.
618.
It was acting like it was gonna go to the stratosphere.
Dad, give the camera.
So it looks like it's tapering down here. If I read it right, it shot up to 180 kilowatts and now it's going down. But it's still a lot faster than a version 2. Because by now, the version 2 for us would be already at 115 or 110.
Well, the drive home has begun.
What did you think of the Airstream?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that yet.
Amazing.
Maddie liked
We
it.
got one amazing.
I love how much further we can tow with it.
Yeah, that's huge. 140 versus 100.
A lot. That's a huge difference.
That's crazy. If we get that on the way back, then yeah, or even better since we got the wind behind
Are you
us.
guys coming?
But yeah, there are some. We bought the camper that we have for a reason. I think I said that on the way down.
Yeah.
Just because it's a bunkhouse. It's for for a kid. So.
And we knew, like, having a slide out, if we were stuck inside when it was raining, there's just a little bit more space. But I can also see the benefit of no slide outs, like to not have to worry about them, like when you get there, when you're trying to get ready to leave, all that kind of stuff. Especially for us, because we have to stop and charge. And, with a slide, I have to make sure I sweep everything out and the floor's really clean and all that so that you can get the slide in. And if we don't have slides, then I don't have to worry about that, and I could do it while we were charging. So I can't decide if no slide is a pro or a con yet. I'm still out on that. What else? I mean,
we would have to have a little bit different layout.
Yeah.
The build quality of this thing is great.
Yes.
It's amazing. The towing, like it's easy. One, for aerodynamics, for our efficiencies, getting a lot further. I mean, in South Dakota, we potentially would have been able to skip the supercharger, which would have saved us potentially 2 or 3 hours on that trip, which is just crazy.
Mind blown.
So, I mean, it's
very
hard to say
intriguing.
no because of that.
Yes.
So,
So, I mean, it was tight though, without the slides. There were moments when, you know, two people, somebody was trying to get from the bed out and somebody was coming in and somebody had to back out and let them through. So it is tight. But I mean, there were still a lot of good things about it too. So, I mean, plus it's super cute.
yeah.
So
I'm intrigued. That's for sure.
such a high quality supercharger.
It's the best. I trashed it last time I was here.
I just love it so much.
Yeah, it's super nice. You don't have to unhook here.
Yeah.
So it got up to about 128 kilowatts and it's dropping. But hopefully when we do the wet rag trip by Kyle Connor, keep that handle cool. It can stay a little bit higher than it normally does. Sometimes for us it drops down to 60 kilowatts, so let's see what it does.
And it's still back there, but you wouldn't tell by the consumption. I mean, here's proof. There it is. It's still there. We are at 80% battery, and it's telling us that we can go 219 miles.
We're doing a little bit different of a test because with the other camper, sometimes we have to drive 55. And so I wanted to see what the consumption is like at 55 miles an hour for 30 miles. I mean,
it's kind of a joke.
It's under 400 currently. It's just kind of stupid. But we still have about 16 more miles to go. So, as most people know, if it's downhill for a little bit, like obviously that can give you better consumption, stuff like that. So,
I mean, the good news is he says that if it stays this way, he's going to go buy an Airstream tomorrow.
Yeah, that's not what I said.
No, it is what you said.
Oh, did I? Okay.
You did.
Is it on video?
It might be, actually. I'm going to have to find it now. But it's just crazy that it's that big of a difference. And we do have a pretty significant tailwind at this point. So now it's crept up to the tailwind is like 15 miles an hour or something like that. So we have a good tailwind behind us.
We've had that tailwind too with the other camper, and it hasn't done this well. So
no,
it's easily doing 100 to 150 better.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this on the way down. Just slammed on the brakes at a entrance ramp. Anyway.
I love it.
I mean, Airstream could claim a better efficiency level for EVs
Than 20%.
If this is the if this is consistent, which, I mean, it was better than that on the way down, and now with a tailwind, it's just blowing it out of the water.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. It's a lot better.
So much better. Like, we're confused because it's so much better.
Yeah.
30 miles.
Yeah, we did our 30-mile trek at 55 miles an hour, and we can pretty much go forever. That's what it feels like.
Forever.
Maybe not forever.
Maybe not forever. But anyways, we're running about 400, well, according to the computer, 430 watt hours per mile, which with everything, we're probably closer to 500, but that's 300 less. Well, 250 roughly less than what we would be getting on the other camper. So you're talking, I don't know what that efficiency is.
I mean, you're getting close to being able to go 100 more miles. Darn close to it.
Yeah, and once again, to repeat ourselves, the wind is behind us. So.
Yeah. But still, pick your days right, and you can go 100 more miles almost.
So we did our 30 mile at 55 mile an hour. We'd want to bump it up to 60 mile an hour and just compare the two that we have, the wind behind us and all that stuff, and just see what the difference is.
So here we go.
Next 30 miles we'll be at 60 mile an hour, and then we'll check back with you where we're at.
What's your 30 miles at 60 miles an hour?
So it increased consumption roughly about 20%, so kind of closer to 500, but still
ridiculously different between.
Yeah. So to compare it to coming down here, it is 10% more efficient, obviously, with the wind behind us. So, but still, I mean, that's still a lot. A lot less consumption than what we're used to with the other trailer.
Let's break all of this down. We know you want to see the numbers. On our trip home with a tailwind, we averaged 498 watt hours per mile. How does that translate into range? Well, we could have gone 177 miles compared to 108 miles with the Apex. That's a 69% increase in range. And then there's the speed factor. When we were driving 55 miles per hour, which is typically the speed we have to go in the Apex to get enough range to get to the next charger, we could have gone 200 miles. 200! That's almost twice as far as our trailer. It's also cool to note that while we're towing, we're getting around 66 miles per gallon equivalent. Our F350 gets around 8 to 12 miles per gallon while towing. The results are staggering. What we feel we've discovered with all of our towing tests so far is that aerodynamics is the factor when determining how an EV performs while towing. Weight doesn't seem to play much of a factor at all. The Apex has a gross vehicle weight of 4,800 pounds and is 22 feet long, and the Airstream has a gross vehicle weight rating of 4,500 pounds and is also 22 feet long. We're working on a few projects and hope to test some different weights and lengths of trailers to test our theory that aerodynamics is really all that matters. But for now, it gives you something to consider if you're looking for a trailer for your EV.
Bye, Airstream. See you later. Well, we have lost an Airstream, but
Gained 2 children.
gained 2 children back.
It was sad to see it go. I don't know. We may have found the perfect camper. For an
Perfect
EV.
camper for an EV, yes. So, does that mean there's one in our future?
Well, it still goes back to that would be way easier. If it was just all about towing, yeah, that would be the camper that I would get. But we also need one that can accommodate 5 people. So we'll just have to see. I don't know.
Yeah. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up so we can do some more videos, test maybe some more. I mean, maybe it's not the perfect one. Maybe there's one that's even better out there. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
comment down below what you think we should try. And if we can find it around our area, we'll do it. We had to travel 3 hours for this one, but we still did.
yeah.
So comment down below.
Yes, let us know. But give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye, guys.